What is THCA? If you do not know 100% what THCA is, then stay tuned for this video because I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know. So I'm going to keep it as basic as possible too. From my perspective, growing up as a kid, you see this plant or you hear about this plant and it's like, okay, people use this plant just how they use tobacco, and apparently it gives you a different feeling. I never knew, like, why does tobacco give you the feeling it gives you, what's in it. Only later I figured out that it's specifically the nicotine that gives you this feeling. And so is the same with the green plant. I don't want to be too explicit so this doesn't get age, but THC is the main thing. Like, if tobacco has nicotine, then the green plant has THC. So THCA, well, that's not THC. But people are buying THCA as a THC alternative. A couple years ago, people were buying Delta 8 products as a THCA alternative. Then came along other things, THCP, HHC, all kinds of things. But THCA, I would say it's been almost 3 years now since I've heard of THCA, since it first came out, and I was very skeptical at first. I was like, there is no way I can order this that supposedly is actually THC. Now, it's not that hard to explain. Like, you don't even have to really know science. You just have to know that science works. So I don't have a good comparison, but long story short, whenever you have the plant, you can eat the plant and you don't get any feeling from it. That's another argument. Not many people, not even most people, actually know that. It's probably 50-50. There's a group of people that think if you eat the plant that you're going to feel something. It's literally 90% a placebo. Unless you somehow get lucky or unlucky and that plant was at a specific degree. I think it's like 120 degrees, 130 or 40, somewhere around there, where the THCA that is in the green plant decarbs. Decarbing is just a word for whenever it gets heated and it switches over to another molecule. It goes from THCA to THC. So our entire life, we've been having this plant that people said, oh, you get a feeling because it has THC in it, and then you'd think, well, it has THC, I'm going to eat it. It just causes so much confusion. You have to actually, just search on the internet, ask, is there THC in a plant? I haven't even done that, but I think if you would, it would say that there's not THC. There's super, super small amounts, but only after it's decarbed, then it turns to THC. And some people might read the word decarbed or hear it, and then they don't even know what it means, and they won't ask, okay, well, what's decarbing then? Decarbing is just whenever you light it. So back to the topic, like, what really is THCA then? It is THC. I don't know how they go from CBD to THCA. I haven't gone that far, but what I do know, for some of the businesses, they grow super low THC strains and make sure that it's a high THCA strain, and then they test it and they harvest it pretty early instead of waiting later, because the longer you wait, you have the smallest chance of THCA decarbing into THC, and they don't want that. They want it to be tested before it is more than 0.2% THC. And so many companies are doing it. They've been doing it for, like I said, at least 3 years now. It has even gone all the way over to Europe, but it's crazy because not even half of the customers realize that they do have access to real THC. Sure, the products that you're buying might have other stuff in it. Like, they love putting Delta 8, they love putting some CBD, CBN, HHC to fill it, but they are putting THCA in there, and as long as there's THCA in it, you are getting THC. As soon as it is burnt, if it's flour, if it's wax, as soon as it is decarbed, it is THC. So basically, it's federally legal because of a loophole. But you gotta look at your COAs. You gotta check your products. You might get something that only has 30%, 50. We want 90. We want 100%. Of course, it's more expensive, but this whole video is basically trying to tell you that if you go to a store, if you buy THCA and you find out that it's 100% just THCA and nothing else added in there, then you are getting THC legally. You do not need anything better than that because you have the actual product. It is not some synthetic alternative made in a lab. It's actually THC because it's THCA. Thank you for watching this video. See you later.